speak English. It's not good, but I speak English, okay? It's stupid.
I hope that
You racist. You racist.
And she's not from Spain, by the way. So don't be
That's where
racist like
Spain
that.
is. Spanish is from Spain.
The standards of behavior that immigrants have to adhere to are completely unrealistic in America. Once you're in America, you're forced to be just like the average American. There should be no speaking of any other language besides English, everyone should wear normal clothes, and family is not a big value. These are just some of the many ideas that people have here in America, and it only gets worse.
I wish they didn't let you in the country.
Excuse me?
Huh?
I was born here. I don't know if you...
Oh, you were? Okay. Obama's not in office anymore. We don't have a Muslim in there anymore.
Yeah, I wish he was.
He's gone. He's gone.
Yeah.
He may be in jail, too, in the future.
It is expected that once immigrants come here, they will automatically conform to the way we live. It's as if they weren't raised in another country that has different values or way of living. The definition of standards of behavior is everyday habits that a group of people accepts as normal. But what is normal? Why do we have a say in what makes it okay to do one thing and not the other? The identities of immigrants are blown to pieces by many Americans. They're basically told to be the complete opposite of who they are and to be more American, meaning a change in identity. This is problematic because a person is who their identity is, so by changing that, they're changing who they are as a person to be like everyone else. These standards are also seen in the media. The media has a big part in what the standards are for that time. Through Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, a person can see exactly what is socially acceptable and what is not. With all these social roles to conform to, there is a great deal of pressure on immigrants. Here it states how there's many ways that we're influenced to be like everyone else and how there is a proper way to behave. This proper way is different for everyone in the way that they are raised, meaning that it is so difficult to find what is proper and what is normal. With these social roles, we also have social norms, which are unwritten rules about how to behave. These norms are what makes it hard for immigrants and travelers to fit in, because everyone here wants them to be like our norms. Along with this, the norms are always changing, making it harder for immigrants to know what is normal and what is not. Another norm that we have is to always speak English. What's funny about this is that America doesn't even have an official language. So when many people are getting frustrated with immigrants that don't speak English and are speaking Spanish, for example, they have no right to be. There's a movement called English Only, where people want to make English the only official language in the United States. There's been acts and laws approach to do this, which is unfair because America is made up of immigrants that speak every language. Not only do immigrants have it hard when they're grown, but growing up in America is a whole other task within itself. They suffer many mental health problems and bullying because they're different. From a study by Sundell and others, they demonstrated that immigrant students were consistently rejected by peers. It also showed how the students' lack of social skills was the main reason for the rejection, and this in turn negatively affected them in their academics. Immigrant status itself is a risk factor for student failure because these immigrant children are confronted with greater demands than the common student by conforming to the language and culture here. Approximately 20% of U.S. children speak a language other than English at home, with Spanish being the most common non-English language.
Buenas noches y bienvenidos al concierto de Kinder.
English only! USA! English only! USA! English only! USA! English only! English only! USA! English only! USA!
Clearly, immigrants are still enduring hardships in today's society. Doesn't matter what age, they're getting discriminated for no reason besides wanting their freedom. We all should realize that they are people too, and if the roles were reversed, we would not want to go through what they do to have what we have.